How you doing? I am Chef Jay and this is Culinary Creations. I have my gloves on. Why? Because I'm about to start doing some work on this chicken. Today we are going to show you how to make the most perfectly roasted chicken ever. First key to making the most perfectly roasted chicken ever is making sure that it is nice and dry. Okay? You have a little bit of residual moisture from the chicken, but it's going to be a whole chicken and we haven't done anything to it. So here's where the magic begins. I have all my spices over here, lovely laid out spices. Okay, they're all in here. You pick whatever spice blend you like. It's up to you. Spices, herbs, whatever you want to put on your chicken. I have some parsley, some oregano. I have some thyme in here. I have some onion powder, some garlic powder, things of that nature in here. You don't really want to use fresh because fresh will turn really black when it gets on your chicken because you're cooking it. Now we're going to do a rosemary herb roasted chicken. Rosemary, as we know, is really, really strong. So when you get rosemary, you want to make sure that you kind of crunch it up a little, okay? Crunch it up. That's going to really get out the essential oils. And we're going to put that in there. Like you can see, the proportion that I have to rosemary to other ingredients is very small, okay? So the next thing we're gonna need to do is get a cape for our chicken. Super chicken. Why? No, it's not a cape for a super chicken. But this will help you when you're roasting off your chicken. The first step is gonna be to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Yes, 400 degrees. Why are we going to preheat it to 400 degrees? Because we want the skin on this chicken to get nice and crisp and roasted, okay? So we're going to put our ingredients on here. The other thing we're going to need to do is lift up the neck of the chicken, okay, where the neck is, and just put our fingers right in the skin. See how it goes right down the breast? That's what you want to do. Just make a little bit of space in the breast of your chicken, okay, right, just like that. Don't rip the skin, but just use your fingers and just kind of separate the skin from the breast of the chicken, okay. I have a stick of butter here. What I'm going to do is take my herbs that I have for the outside, mix them in. That's what my whisk was for, but oh well. Whisk them into my butter, okay? Then I'm gonna take the butter that I have and I'm gonna stick it in underneath the skin, okay? Make sure you get all the butter right in underneath the skin. Move it around, okay? Lift that skin up. Now what's this going to do? Well, aside from give you the most delicious chicken breast you've ever had, it's going to keep your chicken breast nice and moist. Okay? So slide it off underneath. Get it all under there. Okay? And just pat it down. You want to make sure you get it all over your chicken breast. Okay? See how it's all over? Like all of the butter that we just put in is all over your chicken breast. Okay, next thing we're going to do, we're going to keep our gloves on. We can rub a little bit of that butter all over our chicken. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to take some olive oil. Now, when you go with olive oil, you can use a blended olive oil or you can use an extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil is the first pressing of the oil, so it's very dark, okay? So you're gonna see a very dark oil. As you get into other types of olive oils, the lighter the olive oil is, the more pressings that you have with the oil. So the lighter it is, the more times it's been pressed. Extra virgin olive oil, first pressing out, so it's very light. However, it's very, very heavy, okay? So what I'm going to use a blended oil, and I'm just going to take that blended oil and I'm going to just go right over my chicken. Don't be afraid. Be liberal with it, okay? The next thing we want to do is take our herb blend and just sprinkle it right on our chicken, okay? Again, be generous with the herbs. This is what's going to make your chicken taste delicious, okay? Now, probably saying, hey, you going to do the back? No one really eats the back. Oh, yes, I am going to do the back. Flip your chicken over. A little bit more oil. Okay? And then just hit the back, because you got the thighs back here, the legs back here. You got the backs of the wings. You have all of that stuff that you want to make sure that you season up nice. Now, as I said, you put this in a 450 degree, 400 degree oven. Okay? Oil. Take your chicken, flip it over, put it in a roasting pan. Okay? Got a little more. And then you want to get this in the oven and let it roast until the skin is nice and brown. Okay, clearly the chicken is not going to be cooked at that point in time. When the chicken gets nice and brown, what you're going to do is you're going to pull out the chicken. You're going to reduce your oven to 350 degrees and then put your chicken back in once it goes back down to 350 degrees. That will allow you to cook the chicken the rest of the way to a nice temperature of 165 degrees. So once we get to that point, I will show you what it is. When we take our chicken out for our reduction of temperature, you're going to take your cape and you're just going to put it right over your chicken breast like that. That is going to prevent, yet again, the chicken from drying out. With this, your chicken will be super moist, super delicious, and tender. Oh, hear the dang? That means the oven, the dang. Hear the clang? Whatever it's called. Hear the ding dong? Whatever. You hear that? That means it's time for me to say, thanks for tuning in. We'll have part 2, show you the chicken, and we'll be back.